Marker. Right on time, you show up. We throw the gear into the truck. You don't say nothing, thank God. I couldn't stand to hear another word from anyone. The highway's black, the coffee's hot, the dawn is breaking when we hit the gravel lot. I don't know how long we got before the sun burns out. I don't know when they're gonna break down my door and drag me out, but it won't be today, 'cause I'm gone fishing. Man, I'm gone fishing. We bait our hooks, we light our smokes, and when we finally talk, it's all in jokes. You're a damn good sidekick to be sticking by my side. Hell, you're probably thinking I'm your sidekick. Well, that's alright, 'cause I'm gone fishing. I'm gone fishing. Yes, I'm gone fishing. I'm gone fishing. Two geese flying south past us so close I can feel their wings blowing on my clothes. A loon is crying somewhere on the lake. She sounds so sad, singing about some mistake. You smoke another cigarette, I cast another time. I'm glad at least someone has seen me in my prime. Yes, I'm gone fishing. I'm gone fishing. Yes, I'm gone fishing. I'm gone fishing. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Hide from the feeling inside. Nothing to say, nothing to do, to run away from you. It's better to sit and feel and let life reveal that it's you who turns your own winding wheel. It takes a long, long time to change your mind. One human lifetime is just long enough to change your mind. It takes a long, long time to change your mind. One human lifetime is just long enough to change your mind. You can be an outlaw in the outskirts of your mind. You can be a poet in the parking lots of time. You can be a rebel in the ruins left behind. You can be an outlaw in your mind. Driving down the interstate, watch the windmills pass. You'll hit the desert on this half a tank of gas. Turn the radio up loud, listening to John Prine. Freedom calls from farther down the line. They can take your time, they can take your job, they can take your town, they can even take your dog, but they can't take the truth you spent a whole lifetime to find. You can be an outlaw in your mind. You will be a criminal to that coward-loving crowd. You will be a lunatic to the liars laughing loud, but You will be the last strand in an ancient noble line. You will be a beacon left to shine. They can take your time. They can take your job. They can take your town. They can even take your dog, but they can't take the truth you spent a whole lifetime to find. Now, you can be an outlaw in your mind. You can be an outlaw in your mind. And don't you forget it now. I mean, in a space like this, you can imagine anything is possible. Thank you so much to Michael, to Hannah, to Christian and Adam, to Matt, to Dave, for making all this and for everyone. I'm going to call up my lovely wife, Lindsey Stine, get a little help on this next number. This one's a tad jaunty. I'm also going to employ the help of my droid, the CR5000. CR5000, are you ready? There you go. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can feel all the plants a-growing, the pine tree roots and the buds a-blooming. It's the springtime, it's the dawning of an age. Sure, you can't go home again, but you can always write a new page. Woo! That's your part. Woo! all songs off the most recent album, which is called Outlaw in Your Mind. And we now have vinyl of this album, which is pretty cool to say. This is the last song on the album. Thanks. Can we be honest for a moment? Admitting we are fragile men, hung across a floor of knives, in a web that we are caught in. There's pollution in the stream, confusion in the air, illusion on the screen, and struggle everywhere. This is not a meritocracy. The best books are not the ones most read. The best songs are not what's sung. The best food is not what's fed. But there's no villain at the helm. There's no hero in the wings. Just a bunch of human beings doing human being things. A cloud hovers over the water, slowly marking time, forming the next image and writing the next line. I was calling for the dog, stumbling through jagged brush. She must have caught some real strong scent. I couldn't see just where she was when my boot caught an old dresser, half buried in the forest floor. I bent down and looked around, and then I opened up a drawer. Well, there were photographs and letters, a dried flower in an old teacup. I pulled out a page at random. The dog ran back and I stood up. Dearest John, I hope this finds you safe. Spring is hinting its return, and every day that you're away feels like a year that I must earn. Thank you so much.
Around the mountains grow rhododendrons for just a moment. Blink and you'll miss 'em. Fela and Paco have gone off running. They know a good scent when they are on it. Oh, this old world don't have a name for the kind of love that's not trying to save you. Around the table there are no corners, no hidden stages, no performers. Sometimes there's stories, sometimes there's silence, sometimes you're not there, and there's an absence. Oh, this old world don't have a name for the kind of love that's not trying to claim you. Around the fire we sing two stars dying. We let the song end so it can start again. There are no solos, no fancy G runs, but Lord, we sing so. Your angels hear us. Oh, this old world, it don't have a name for the kind of love that won't constrain you. Oh, my brother, I wish you kindness, I wish you big love, I wish you sweet rest, I wish you mountains of rhododendrons, I wish you good dogs who know where home is.
Well, this is such a privilege to be here. Thank you so much. I know Caleb Stine doesn't need an introduction in any room in Baltimore, but this might be your first time seeing us. And so I'm Lindsey.
I'm Rachel.
And we're sisters from the Shenandoah Valley, and just so honored to be here. And yeah, you know, we just met Caleb, and sometimes you just meet the greatest songwriter you've ever met, and you just have to marry him. There's really no other path. These are songs from our upcoming album. This is the title track. It's called Fall Down in a Small Town. There's a boutique on Main Street. I take the long way around. I went to school with the clerk there. We both rode Ferris wheels back to town. We used to go out, we used to gossip. It was harmless until it wasn't. Then I put my foot down, she let me have it. Now how many townies know my baggage? Well, you can't grow if you don't fall down. You can't fall down in a small town without getting back up just to hear about that time you swung and you struck out. Your buddies dragged you to karaoke. They pushed you up there. You had to laugh. But when you sang love, it was so off key. No one knew how to react. You can't grow if you don't fall down. You can't fall down in a small town without getting back up just to hear about that time you swung and you struck out. There's no running from your record, little darling, it's written in stone. You can't grapple with what is better, to be loved or to be known. Oh, you can't grow if you don't fall down. You can't fall down in a small town without getting back up just to hear about that time you swung and you struck out. You struck out. But that field of sunflowers with a free sign. You left your jacket on the bleachers at halftime. Someone found it and left it on the roof of your car. You can't grow if you don't fall down. You can't fall down in a small town without a hand.
pick you up, to pull you out.
Well, we were talking backstage with Gino and Matt, and they asked where Spectator bird came from. And we actually have a copy of it somewhere on stage, but The Spectator Bird is a novel by Wallace Stegner. This is the copy I gave Caleb when I was merely a fan. And there's a passage towards the end of the book that says, really the greatest thing you can find in life is a fellow bird, someone that you can sit on the rafters of life with and watch the feasting and the fighting below, and someone to just be there with you and unruffle your feathers. And for my whole life, that's been my sister and I, Rachel. And it's also been music and the people we've been fortunate enough to meet along the way. Pasta. What's this next one about, Rach?
This song, this was based on a birthday card I wrote Lindsey in a tizzy one night. I just gave her a card and it had some generic message on the inside, and I just underlined happy birthday and said, I'm so sorry, I'm too busy making your birthday pasta to write you a real card. And pasta is just now our shorthand for when we get overwhelmed and are trying to do something loving, but instead just get crabby and stressed out. Pasta just means, I love you. I'm sorry I made this situation messy.
I took too long making your favorite pasta to write the card saying how I feel about you. I hope that you forgive me, though I'm always forgetting what time I told people to come over. Ooh.
Rachel couldn't be with us last night for tech rehearsal, so Michael was a beautiful stand-in. And
He even let his hair down.
he let his hair down. He held a guitar. He strummed. It was beautiful.
Now I'm his stand-in.
I thought about sending Rach a screenshot of that live stream, just being like, we have to talk. But we don't really joke that way. It's a little too harsh. Well, we have one more for you, and we've got a bit of a flowers theme on this next album. This one's called Pink Azaleas, and it was written from a very personal place and a very personal experience, but I think everyone comes to a place in life where just the path forward is no longer a path. And and so you recoup, and if you're lucky, you get to write a song about it and move forward from there. Distance is a baseball game. American flags are flying. Soon it will be May, and then June, and then July. Thought I was gonna have a baby that would laugh and coo and cry. I went through the pains of labor. Only crying I heard was mine. Other hand of sorrow is joy beyond belief. All around me are these little paper helicopter wings. They look dead until they're flying, and then they catch and dance and spin. And maybe dreams are just things that help us face the bitter wind. Behind the stadiums, the mountains, ridge of indigo and gray. I think they sometimes have to laugh at the drama of our days. 'Cause the thing about us humans is we're so silly when we want things. Watch me pounding down the hallway. Fists are clenched and feet are stomping. I can't find my glasses, can't see which team is ahead. Soon I will be middle-aged, then old, and I'll be dead. But I am not afraid of nothing, not the darkness or the deep. Got friends to catch me when I'm falling. Love holds me when I sleep. When I think of how it started, all my doubting and my blues, I can forget how this thing ends, how I get to spend my days with you. And I feel like a panicked child racing down a grocery aisle. Finally catch my mother's dress, look up and see her smile.
It must be the weekend, string of lights and basses thumping. Good times are in the air, everyone on their way to something. And every car that passes, I think it might be yours. And I go back to what I'm doing, putting feelings on top of chords. Beside me, pink azaleas try to show a bit too soon. I'm a sucker for an underdog, I think God must be too. 'Cause look at all us people try and trip and get things wrong, and still life, it keeps on creeping like ivy up an old brick wall. And the distance is a baseball game, and the distance is a siren. I used to count my days like ticker tape, but now I let them fly. Soon it will be May, and then June, and then July. And I think me and these azaleas are gonna give this old world another try. Me and these azaleas are gonna give this old world another try.
Thank you all so much. We'd love to bring up the crew to thank these wonderful people for everything they've done. One more?
Yeah.
All right.
But you have to sing along.
This is our 90s nostalgia song. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Slept like a baby in the late 80s. I'm holding out, just holding on. Most days it's caffeine that gets me up and going. I'm holding out, just holding on. And on and on and on. And on and on and on. I was doing fine in the mid-90s. I'm older now, just holding on. Most days it's wine that sets me unwinding. I'm older now, just holding on. It's a strange time I find myself It's a strange time I find myself in, a strange ride here climbing. My fists are gripping, but my grip is slipping. I'm holding out, just holding on. I'm holding out, just holding on. I'm holding out, just holding on.
Thank you all so much.